Hello champs, what's going on? So in this class, we're gonna create a project and the name of the project is guess the number. So if you're someone who is learning Python and you know the basics of function, while loop and just the basics of Python, so this is a perfect project for you that you can do. All right. So in this one, I will go through everything. I will teach you from starting like why I'm writing this code and go through every single detail. All right. So stay with me till the end of the class. Now, guess the number. So what we have to do, if I talk about the project overview, so the first step will be we will use a random module to generate a random number. So here I will write create a random number. This is our first step that we're gonna do. All right. So after this, the next step will be that we want the user to guess the number, right? But you know that it's a random number. So let's suppose a random number is 5 and the user has to guess the number. So we know that it will take few chances. So let's suppose he gets 10. Then again we will give chance to the user, like it's a wrong guess again. So he will guess, let's suppose 5, or not 5, actually 6, 7, 8, or 5. It means that he need few attempts. So what he is doing is that he is doing the particular thing again and again, again and again. So to repeat a thing, we need to use loop. So we will use loop to keep guessing the number. This is a second step. Or one thing I can do, the second step will be, this will be a third step. The second step will be, first we will let the user guess the number. This is a second step and this will be a third step. So now the point is that let's suppose a random number is 5, or yeah, 5 is fine. All right. And now the user guessed the number, it's 10. Then it's a wrong guess. Then what we need to do is that we need to give the hint to the user that your guess is high. So in the next guess, he will try to guess a lower number, like 4 or 3 or 2 or 1. It's like that. So in the first step, it will be we will give hint to the user to guess the correct number. All right, we will give hint to the user to guess the correct number, that your guess is high or your guess is low. It's like that. And once he guessed the number, we will simply come out of the loop and we will print that hooray, you guessed the number. So this is our project go through. All right, I want you to think how we can create a project. So this is a roadmap. So now let's create a project. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use a function to create this project. So I will write define, and name of the function will be guess underscore num. This will be a name, and here I will write x. Why I'm writing x, I will let you know. Now the first step is that we need to create a number. It's a random number. So whenever you need to create a random number, you need to use a random module. You need to import a random module. So to import, I will write import random like this. And one more thing, whenever you want to import anything, whenever you want to import any module, you will always write it at the very top of the code. So that's why I'm writing here import random. All right, now I need to create a random number. So to create a random number, I will write first random dot rand. I want to create an integer, so I will write rand int. And now here inside the parenthesis, I need to give a range. Range will be like I want to create the random number, or I want to select a random number from this range, like from range 1 to 10. So the random number will be generated from 1 to 10. It's like that. So let's suppose I want to create a random number from 1 to 10. So I will write 1 to 10 here. Now it's up to the user. All right, he can decide that he want to generate the random number from 1 to 10 or 1 to 20 or 1 to 30, 1 to 40, 1 to 100, whatever. It's all up to the user. So what I will do, I will write x here. Why x? Because when you call the function, you can write the value of x and it will be the range of the random number. So that's why we are writing x here. We are giving the user to power select the range of the random number. All right. So once we generate the random number, we're gonna store it. So I'm gonna store it inside a variable, and I will call this random underscore num equals to random dot random. So a random number, a random integer is stored inside this variable called random num. After this, what we have to do, we have to let the user guess the number, and we have to use loop to keep guessing the number. All right, so in this one we need to use a while loop. So we all know the syntax of while loop. It is while, and then we have to give condition here. We have to give condition here. Now guys, this is very important, because if you will not give a right condition, the code will not work, and this is a bit tricky part. All right, so I want you to pay attention. Now what is the condition, like what condition I should give? So for this I will do one thing. I will go here and I will create a variable guess equals to 0. Let's suppose initially, here the second step is that let the user guess the number. So let's suppose initially the guess is 0, and we know that the random number will never be 0. Why? Because the range is from 1 to something, like 10, 20, 30. It could be anything, but it will never be 0 because it is starting from 1. So that's why a right guess equals to 0. And here the condition will be guess is not equals to random underscore num. So what does it mean? I will let you know. And after this I will let the user guess the number. So I will write guess equals to int, and I will write input here, and then we will say guess the number between 1 and, I will write x here. That's all. And f string for f. Now what I did, see, I give a condition, and the condition is that guess is not equals to random number, and we all know about while loop. The while loop condition, or the while loop, will run until or unless the condition is true. So the condition is that the guess is not equals to random number, which means that the loop will keep running until or unless the guess is not equals to random number. And once the guess is equals to random number, the loop will end. It means that once the user guess the number, the loop will end. It is simple as that. All right, so this is a condition, and then we are using input to take the input from the user, and we are using f string. I hope you know about f string, and whatever input you will give, either it's a string or a number, it will count as a string. So that's why I am using int to convert the string to a integer. All right, this is this is where the user will guess the number. Now let's suppose he guess the number and it is high. It is a high number or a low number. So we have to give hint to the user that your guess is high or your guess is low, so that he can improve. So for this I will use if else condition. I will write if guess is greater than random underscore num. If this is the condition, I will let him know that your guess is high. Guess again. All right, this is the output you will see. Elif guess is less than random underscore num. If this is the condition, then I will print your guess is low. Guess again. All right, so these are the two conditions. Now the point is that let's suppose if the user guessed the number, then see, if the user guessed the number, then the guess will be equals to random number, which means that this condition will be false and the loop will break. The loop will end and we will come out of the loop, and when we will come out of the loop, we will just simply print hooray, you guessed the number, and the number is x, and here I will use f string. All right, so this is a simple code, but of course you will not see any output because it's a function and we have to call the function. So I will just simply call it. I will write guess underscore num. Now here I can select the range. Let's suppose I want to select a random number from 1 to 20, so I will write 20 here. Now guess the number between 1 to 20. Let's suppose I will go with 10. So 10 is actually high. All right, I will go with 5. 5 is also high. All right, I will go with 2. 2 is low, then 3 or 4. It should be, all right, 3. So 3 is a random number. You can see that it's saying that, hooray, you guessed the number 20. 20 is not the number here. It's not X, it's guess. All right, fine. All right, let me run the code one more time. So let's suppose guess the number 10. 10 is actually low. All right, I will go with 15. 15 is also low. All right, I will go with 18. 18 is high. Then let's go with 17. 17 is also high. 15 is also is low. Then it must be 16. All right, so it's saying that, hooray, you guessed the number 16. So this is how you actually made the project. It's very simple. All right, so this is all for this class, and I will see you in the next one.